nung bata ako, hindi ko naman sinabi sa sarili ko na paglaki ko gusto ko maging OFW. Wala namang sigurong batang gano'n, 'di ba? Halos lahat ng Filipino merong kilalang isa or dalawang overseas Filipino worker or OFW for short. It's either magulang nila, kapatid, pinsan, friend. Pero minsan, ikaw yung OFW. Madalas tinatanong tayo, bakit ka ba ng OFW? Parang napakadali niya sagutin. Para sa pera, para sa pamilya, para magkaroon ng mas magandang buhay. Well, totoo naman yung mga bagay na yan, pero hindi lahat alam kung ano yung kwento behind the decision of becoming an OFW. Kasi kung tutusin, hindi naman lahat ng OFWs pangarap talagang umalis ng bansa. Marami sa atin napilitan ng mag-sacrifice para masenso. Kasi alam niyo naman, ang problem sa gobyerno natin ngayon is ever since pala is ginagawang produkto tayong mga Pilipino. Tayo yung biggest export product ng bansa natin, OFW. Pinagmamalaki pa nga ng gobyerno natin yan di ba? And they even encourage us to work abroad. Imbis na ayusin nila yung bansa natin para magstay na lang tayo dito at mag-contribute sa sarili nating country, mas gusto nila na umalis na lang tayo. Siyempre, yung mga remittances natin ng mga OFW, mas malaki. Mas malaki nga naman yung potential na makukurakot nila. Even from the early age pa lang, we were taught to become an employee, a worker. Hindi tayo tinuruan maging entrepreneur, business owner, or startup founder. Kahit na yung mga parents natin, madalas sabihin, uy anak, mag-aral ka na mabuti para paglaki mo makapag-abroad ka. So from a young age, we are being molded na to become an OFW. And once we reach that certain maturity, no? Yun din yung madalas na nagiging goal natin sa buhay, to work abroad, whether we really like it or not. Pero hindi basta-basta ang pagiging OFW. Hindi siya travel adventure na lagi masaya. Hindi rin siya automatic na success story porket OFW ka. Madalas, ang buhay abroad is about survival talaga. Merong mga nakakatagal, merong nakakapagtiis, at meron din namang mga hindi talaga kinakaya kaya bumabalik na lang ng Pilipinas. Ako, hindi ko naman sinabi sa sarili ko nung bata ako na paglaki ko gusto ko maging OFW. Wala akong ganong moment, no? Pero as I grew up, when I entered the workforce sa Pilipinas, dumating yung point sa buhay and career ko na tinatanong ko na yung sarili ko, kung mag-stay ako dito sa Pilipinas, ano ba mapapala ko in the next 10, 20, 30 years? So, hindi rin naman kasi siya ganun kadaling sagutin. Kasi staying in the Philippines is considered your safe bet. Kasi familiar ka sa lugar, alam yung sistema, yung tao, yung culture. Kumbaga, it's comfortable for you. Pero minsan, being comfortable can lead to stagnation, missed opportunities. Minsan, it can also lead to unhappiness. And being too comfortable in life will not get you what you want in life. And naaalala ko noon, hindi pa ako 100% sure na gusto kong mag-ibang bansa. Hindi ako confident, hindi rin ako ready. No one is ready, to be honest. And alam ko rin na may mga risk ang pag-abroad. Pero mas nakakatakot para sa akin yung idea na I will regret not doing it after a few years. So madaming what ifs, which eventually became, why not? It also helped na someone believed in me. So my wife, which was my girlfriend back then, siya yung nagdagdag na motivation sa akin to really find a better opportunity abroad. So malaking confidence siya sa akin, and she thought na sayang lang yung potential ko kung mag-stay ako sa Philippines. So lahat ng yon, it solidified my decision to really leave the country and become an OFW. But making that decision is just the first step. Kasi pagdating mo sa ibang bansa, akala mo okay na, no, it's not, hindi pa. Simula pa lang ng journey mo. Of course, you will be faced with a lot of challenges. First of all, being in a foreign country is really, really intimidating. Integrating with different cultures, with different people, especially when it comes to work and office culture, medyo challenging din siya. Aside from that, meron din mga personal challenges. Obviously, unang-una, homesickness. I think on my second or third day Singapore, I had a video call with my girlfriend and my loved ones, and I was just crying during the call kasi nag-sink in na sa akin na shit, ito na talaga. Wala lang ako sa Pilipinas and I really need to make this work. And ayoko maging failure kasi syempre ang daming expectations, diba? Once na naging OFW ka. Then of course, then din yung mga mamimiss mong important milestones ng family and friends mo. You will definitely miss going to birthdays. You will miss weddings, funerals of people you care about. A lot of moments kasi nga hindi ka physically present. You will also lose a few friends and family kasi eventually you will drift apart and you will outgrow each other. And sometimes, most of the time, for me, you will lose a sense of belonging. Lalo na pag matagal ka na sa ibang bansa. You will feel out of place and you will feel that you don't belong to either countries. May mga times na matatanong ka sa sarili mo na tama ba itong ginagawa mo? And walang sasagot nun kundi ikaw lang. Kaya kung nga ginawa itong channel na to is for me to reflect on my decisions and share my OFW journey. I have been an OFW for more than 15 years now and counting. And I'm hoping that the content in my channel can be one, something that is relatable sa kapwa OFWs natin all over the world. Two, I hope it can be a source of knowledge and information para sa mga nagbabalak pa lang na maging OFWs. And lastly, number three, I hope it can open more conversations and stories from ex-OFWs na bumalik na ng Pilipinas or nag-migrate na ng ibang bansa para ma-share naman nila yung mga lessons learned nila na natutunan. So, if you want to learn and listen to these stories, you are more than welcome here. So, please subscribe and hit that notification bell for more OFW content in the future. Thank you. Till next time. Bye.